Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray. This is Gray's Guitars. Thank you for watching. Filming this right before I go get that lot of guitars if you watched my short yesterday, so the video is not going to be based on that lot of guitars. What it is going to be based on is a very weird thing that Gibson has just popped out. So there's something deeply emotional about your first guitar. Gibson drops 3-string Les Pauls and SG Juniors as it launches new kid-sized guitars with Log. I believe it's Log, L-O-O-G. I've heard of 4-string guitars for transitioning banjo players over, but I guess starting with half the strings might make things easier. You just teach them some power chords and let the kids have at it. Three-string guitars are designed to encourage youngsters to pick up a guitar and start their journey with fun, interactive learning. Log, the company behind the 3-string guitar design to introduce kids to the instruments, has partnered with Gibson to create child-friendly Les Pauls and SG models. The infant instrument specialist is known for its innovative kid guitars, downsizing the electric guitar concept for an accessible gateway into music for inquisitive youngsters. It's now turned toward two of the most famous electric silhouettes of all time, following a collaboration with Fender in 2023 that brought pint-sized Strats and Tellys, which I didn't even know. And now they are built to put future rock stars on the guitar journey with 3-string concepts introducing basic building blocks of music to a young player's vocabulary. Accompanying tools like an active book, learning apps, flashcards, and game-like exercises aim to incentivize learning in a fun and interactive way. By using standard tunings, guitar strings, and micro picks, the transition to 6 strings should be a doodle. And they are made from real wood, which projects a sweet, beautiful sound. These mini guitars are designed to prepare kids for larger instruments. It might look like a toy, and Log's signature, almost Jackson-esque headstock might make the Les Paul purist weep, but this is a real guitar through and through. Priced at $229 each, matching the Fender Log prices. They come in a choice of 4 colors, including some Gibson classics. There's a 1-2 of Frost Blue and Shell Pink, as well as TV Yellow and Cardinal Red, which for the SG especially gives it the true rock and roll feel. It's what preschool Angus Young would have shredded on, probably. The Gibson S Log guitars utilize our iconic colors and shapes with Log's intuitive 3-string format to inspire young players to begin their musical journey, adds Matt, Kohler, Vice President of Product at Gibson. And then there's something deeply emotional about your first guitar. You remember it forever. For a lot of us, there's that other moment when you finally get your first Gibson, says Log. This collaboration is about capturing that feeling and channeling it into a guitar that starts a child's musical journey in the most meaningful possible way. Getting to collaborate with Gibson has been such an incredible experience, an honor for us. Log continues. Head to Log to discover more. So, blue Les Paul, red SG, blonde Les Paul, and a pink Les Paul. So I wanted to just pull up the specs here, so we'll go ahead and just scroll to the top and you can see all the colors. So we have the TV Yellow, Frost Blue, Shell Pink, which I thought that was an exclusive. I thought Fender owned that name, maybe not. And then we have Cardinal Red. Oh, I guess the SG is specifically just in red. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the hockey stick looking headstock there. I would have preferred that they, maybe they could just, because they're collaborating with Gibson, maybe they could have put their logo on the Gibson open book headstock. But that is what it is. Cool little instrument for young people to play and learn on. That is a crazy pickup to me. It's only got 3 pull pieces. And it is. It's a MIDI. I mean, the necks are so thin. It reminds me very much so of like a cigar box guitar. Oh, maybe they're bringing a Flying V into the future as well in an Explorer shape. That's what it looks like to me. Right now, it looks like we just got the SG and the Les Paul. So let's go ahead and look at the specs. So it's a Poblar body. PU sealer, PU coloring plate, glossy polish. That's probably polyurethane. The neck material is Canadian maple, a scale length of 20.6 inches, so very short. So you're honestly, you may want to, depending on how strong your toddler is, you may want to put some 11s or 12s on this thing because of the scale length. We have a rosewood fretboard, which, oh, heaven forbid, Epiphone gives you a rosewood fretboard for under $1,300. 19 frets, you have a bone nut, 29 millimeter nut width, which is really weird. The inlay materials are plastic figures, that's not surprising. 4-bolt neck joint, a custom Gibson X log single coil dog ear. You got a volume knob. Top hat knob. Is it only the one knob? Yeah, I guess that makes things simpler. You just have the one knob to play with, so your tone's always at 10. Output jack, 1/4 inch, Gibson, custom Gibson log, lightning bar wraparound. It looks like we have, yeah, they're actually giving it to you with 11s, and that makes sense because the shorter scale length, you're going to need a thicker string gauge, where like if you have a 25.5-inch scale guitar and you put 11s on it, you could probably be playing drop Q flat. What's in the box? So let's see what it comes with. We have the guitar, you get flashcards, you get some picks, you get an activity book, and a download code for the Log Guitar app. What they don't give you for this price point is an amp. So that is a little disappointing. I'm not gonna lie, even if it is like a tiny junky practice amp, and they show you paired up with a couple of actual Gibson amps too. Let's see if we just do guitars. Oh, you know what? Let's just do Gibson log, and let's see if we have anything besides the SG. No, I mean, they show pictures of it. Is the SG, is there different colors? No, okay, so the SG, you're stuck with red, and then you get 3 different colors for the Les Paul. And I mean, the price point, it's not bad, but it's not great either, because I know for $229, I can get a full size. I mean, this is something, you know, it's smaller because you have a small child, and you want them to be able to play the thing. Maybe a full size guitar might be too big, but there are full size guitar kits with an amp for this price point. I know that for a fact, or maybe $250. So that is an option too. If you really want them to have that Gibson shape, maybe this is what you want, you know, because it's not super expensive, you know, it's at a price point where I think the majority of people can buy this without kind of, you know, hurting the pocketbook or the wallet too hard, and, you know, their kid gets something to play with, and if it breaks, you know, big whoop, it was a couple $100, not the end of the world. But as I said, I kind of wish this came with some sort of amp, or maybe they could have just put in like a built-in speaker. I feel like there's enough room where they could put a small speaker, battery-powered speaker or something on this guitar where, as I said, it's not going to sound that great, but then you get some sound out of it. Because you're going to have to get a couple of cords, you're going to have to buy an amp for this as well. Do they sell amps? Let's see if they sell. I'm curious if they, Beats and Log, let's see. Beatles. I'm just curious if they sell guitar amps. Is there like a long piano, backstage pass, Fender, and Log? Let's see here. Yeah, you can get some Strats too. Telecast, Strats and Tellies. Guitars. Again, maybe bundles. Let's see if we got anything with bundles. If anything actually comes with an amp. It doesn't look like it. Does it come with a tablet, or they're just kind of displaying the app? That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, I think they're just displaying the app. So it doesn't look like they have amps at all. But yeah, I would say that would be my only real kind of complaint, is that they could have given you a cheapy amp in there. But other than that, 3 strings. Honestly, for an adult, this might be fun to play with too. I could see myself if one of these came up for like super cheap. The problem is the nut width is so narrow and the neck is so small. I don't know if a full-grown adult, maybe slide. I feel like you could do a lot of slide stuff with this, but I don't know if a full-grown adult or just, you know, someone over 5 foot tall, their hands would be small enough to play this thing. I guess that's kind of a time will tell, if you will. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. As I said, I think these things are cool. Just wish maybe they came with a little lamp or a speaker or something to make sound out of them. While you're down there, hit the subscribe button, turn on the like button. Yeah, turn on the like button. Hit the like button. Share comment. All of it helps the algorithm, and all of it is greatly appreciative if you have stayed the length of this entire video. Till next time, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.